From the Watchbox Studios, this is On Point with Cynthia Hardy.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to On Point on Watchbox. As you can tell, I've got two guests on the set with me today already, and I want to tell you about our subject today. We're talking about independent artistry, and with me today, A.P. Pipkins, a performer, and also Markel Bonds will be with us as well today. And welcome, gentlemen, to the show. One of the things that I think is significantly important when we talk about independent artistry is the fact that it hasn't been that long ago when it was kind of unheard of. You can be located here, Pip, as you are, in the city of Columbia, but you can also have a fan base all over the country. So that doesn't lend itself to calling you local anymore. So while this may be your home, there are so many reasons that independent artistry is a better description, really, of what you all do. Now, KELO, I understand you're based in Virginia?
Yes, ma'am, in Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay, in Norfolk, Virginia.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you have a fan base here in this area, also there, and probably everywhere in between.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's have a conversation today, Pip, and I hope that we get a chance to hear you perform. I've seen you performing in a number of different places, and I'm really honored that you are with us here on Point on Watch this morning. Happy holidays, fella. And are you getting a lot of gigs based on the holidays and the fact that people really are coming back out and wanting to have the opportunity to have a good time?
Yeah, definitely. First, I want to say thank you for the opportunity, because you didn't have to ask us, but you allowed us to come in, do our thing, give us a platform to be able to talk on your platform about the things that we like to do. But definitely, this season, like most seasons, first off, I'm a musician first. So I just really started getting into my own personal bag as being an artist, producer, probably like 2 years ago. So being able to actually go out perform, and like you said, being in different locations. We met in grad school.
Right.
We met at Norfolk State in grad school in a grad program, media communications. Right. And from there, coming together, tapping in together. And we also fraternity brothers, Omega Psi Phi, shout out to that. But being able to, root to the bros, cute. But being able to connect like that, coming up with the song that we're planning to perform at the end of the show is Black Love. And if you ask me, I think that's one of our top collabs as of right now. Right. Being able to go to Virginia, we'll talk more on it a little bit later. Being able to open up for Blackstreet. But like being in different areas, being able to send music to different areas, being an independent artist allows you to be able to connect and tap with different people in different regions. Right. And then also when you do that, you also be able to create your own unique style. Because if I go tap in with this person from Cali, for example, California has its own different style from down here, down south. Right. Even down south, South Carolina and Georgia has two different specific sounds. Right. But if you connect with these people, you put all these different sounds together, it's almost like grandma when she's cooking in the kitchen.
I hear you.
She go get that bay leaf, she go get some curry, she go get some pepper, and she put all that add that seasoning, right? And then she make it do what it do, and now you got something that tastes just magnificent.
Right.
Guys, it's more than just music that we're talking about today. I mean, the fact that you all are creatives, I think, is really significant. And because I didn't know that you met in graduate school.
Yes, ma'am.
And so now that puts a whole different spin on things, especially when I look at your merch and I see your graphics, and I realize that you created most of your own graphics.
Yes, ma'am.
Which means that you really are tapping into that creative side of who you are.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's kind of where my skill set was coming out of undergrad. Was I was specializing in graphic design. So I was doing a lot of flyers, doing a lot of graphics, logos, and things like that. So I actually had a media business. I still have it, but I am more focused on music because music is my passion. And just like Pip said, going different areas and being able to connect with different people, especially with the platforms that we have on our phones, right? And the internet, as they call it. You're one person or one song away from going from an independent artist to a nationally recognized artist.
That's so true.
Look at Chance the Rapper.
And tell me this, guys, okay, the travels and the performing in different areas of the country, what impact does that have on what it is that you eventually create the next time? It almost seems as if all of those elements would go into your creative space and then come out in different ways.
Definitely speak to the aspect of traveling. It puts you in front of people that won't necessarily see you if you don't go there. And then also I'll say this, a lot of times it is about, at the end of the day, trying to get there where you can get their top dollars. But at the beginning stage of, sometimes you got to put that grunt work in, where that dollar don't really matter. But when you get that longevity process, that longevity at some point, like for example, some people will chase that dollar right now.
Right.
Sure.
And then we get to the point where, okay, let me put that time in. Let me invest in these relationships. Let me invest in these platforms, these different people, connecting with these different people. Then we get to 70, and you living comfortable.
That's
Because
right.
you've already invested.
yourself.
The investment side of it is like very important.
And I'm looking at 35 comfortably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got it written on my door. But I think that traveling, you know, allows you to see things. And a lot of times they say sometimes you just need to see it.
Put you in
Right.
uncomfortable situations.
Right. And we actually, myself and a couple business partners, we actually just came back from Miami 2 weeks ago. We went to Art Basel, and we had an activation down there. So, you know, Good Garments, which is on my hat, is an Atlanta-based brand. But that was somebody that I learned a lot from as an entrepreneur. Although he has a fashion brand, I've known him since 2016. So me seeing what he has done on the road has shown me how fast it has made his brand grow. So we actually have the Close Friends Tour coming up, which is an opportunity for any artist or any brand to take their brand on the road.
Okay, we're going to take a break, guys. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation with Markel Bonds as well as AP Pipkins here. And we're talking about independent artistry, especially in the entertainment business. And so we think it's really significant that we latch onto that and have this conversation. I think we don't really realize how much the whole entertainment industry has changed over the years, especially in the last 5 to 10. We'll be right back.
From the Watchbox Studios, this is On Point with Cynthia Hardy.
Hi guys, welcome back to On Point on Watchbox. Always a pleasure to have you join us on Sunday mornings. And so AP Pipkins is with us today. And of course, AP, one of the things that's significant about you is even though you have a career in television, you know, you're a director,
Yes,
and you
ma'am.
are just, you know, really great, you know, in that role, but you also find time. Well, actually, I think this may have been your first passion.
Yes.
Entertainment may have been your first passion that kind of led you into the space where you are in television.
Yeah, you know, and it's crazy because, man, and I give all credit to God, you know. I was doing this before I realized that I was doing this.
Is that right?
Like, in elementary school, I was always working on the morning show, working behind the scenes with cameras. Didn't do it too much in middle school, but I did it some in middle school. High school, I did it all the time. I mean, doing the same exact thing, directing, working the teleprompter, and I didn't really realize until after
Putting people in place.
Yeah, I didn't really realize that that was gonna be my bread and butter.
Sure.
As I got older, and then like, you know, the passion with music is crazy. I tell a lot of people, honestly, I mean, my first passion was really football, to be honest with y'all.
Is that right?
But brother didn't have the height, so you know, I told one of my partners that, you know, I had 75% of the passion for it, but the 25% was left off from the height side, so I couldn't play. I couldn't go to the next level because of that. But music for me, like most people, is a coping mechanism. Anything that I write is something that I'm dealing with, or something that's that I just need to express.
It's reflective of
Exactly.
something.
Right.
I could tell you every song I wrote, I could tell you the backstory behind it, whether it been me talking to a female, me dealing with my own personal vendettas or family issues, or just the season. Like my second EP that I dropped this year, back in February, Black Love, that was just me looking at all of the black injustices that was going on, and wanting to make a project, a 4-song project that's just emphasized the beauty of black love, black excellence between black boys and girls, knowing like, hey, yo, you're beautiful. You don't have to accept the narrative of somebody telling you you're not this or you're not that, or you know, the aspect of just knowing that you are what you say you are. You have to speak life into your own self, into your own situation. So that's where I come from, man. I just realized, I just believe, you know, God gave me this platform. You know, it's a lot of people that don't get the opportunity to do some of the things I do, but I want to be able to give back. And I know you probably seen it where I've been doing showcases. I just did my second one for my birthday this couple weeks ago, December the 2nd. And you know, that thing, like going back to going on the road, being able to meet people on the road, invite them to the showcase. Now I'm tapping into their network, they tap into my network, and we just growing together.
Next year you gotta come to Miami, same weekend.
Facts.
Basel.
Yeah, that's already in the plans. I couldn't come this year, but
we're doing Razzle Basel, is what it's called. Razzle Basel will be again. This is this year was the inaugural Razzle Basel, but next year we'll be back bigger and better.
Yes.
You know, in Miami, Florida. And Art Basel, for those who don't know, is a 3-day event of international artists, creators, fashion designers, you know, musicians that come together in Miami. Everything is free.
That is wonderful.
Everything is amazing. But you know, like you were saying, football. I actually played college football for 4 years myself.
Where were you?
I was at Christopher Newport University. I had the height, had the speed, but I had the speed.
The shade, y'all, the shade.
No, it's okay. But no, similar to what you say, because you know, football was a great release for me, and it was something that was a part of my life for a long time. But while I was in college is when I really started to push for music, even though I've been in the choir since I was a kid. But you know, I really found my passion for music, and you know, writing is therapeutic. So everything that I do does have intention. I don't write, you know, anything that's not meaningful to me or that I don't think somebody can resonate with.
Do you write anything that would be considered social commentary? Do you write about current day stuff?
Yes.
Stuff that you are seeing that you like or don't like?
I actually have a song called Mindful Meditation.
Yes.
Mindful Meditation is
Man, that's a bad one.
Mindful Meditation is available wherever you listen to your music by KELO. But Mindful Meditation is about the dichotomy of being black in America, and just realizing the different implications of, you know, whether it be segregation or whether it be mainly segregation is the focus of it, or redlining, whatever the case may be. Just kind of subtle hints at what's going on, but in a what do you want to call it? Transparent way.
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes, and we just got a minute left, I'm about to ask you a heavy question, but do you feel like sometimes people don't well, it takes them a minute to recognize the brilliance of what it is that you all are doing?
Oh, man.
I think too, though, that it's just like with any business. I'm more focused on the people who do resonate with me than the people who don't.
And that's the big thing. Like you have to, I gotta tell people, you can't worry about who is tapping in with you, who isn't. I mean, you worry about who are, because one thing about people, how we work as a society, as I see you grow, you attract more.
Right.
I'm gonna attract more. A lot of people ain't gonna be there when you crying or you on the grunt work or you just you messing up over and over and over. But once you start to gain a little bit of notoriety, then people start saying, oh, okay. Like for example, I guess we had last week. Shout out to Terrence Young. He told me, he shared my flyer, and me and him didn't get the chance to talk until last week.
Sure.
But like, he told me, he's like, hey, I saw you, and I was like, yeah, this guy can sing. But that's somebody, you know, as you grow, you get the, like it's a song that says, enlarge my territory. As you grow, your territory shall grow, and you will grow with it.
Repetition.
We're going to take a break, guys. When we come back, we will continue this conversation. I want to know a little bit more about the merch that's behind you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know it has a meaning. Just from this conversation, I absolutely know it has a meaning. We'll be right back.
From the Watchbox Studios, this is On Point with Cynthia Hardy.
I'm having a ball. Okay, so I've got some of the merch right here, right now, from KELO, and it's Generational Curse. And I want to ask you what's behind that.
Right.
And he has a very interesting concept. So when
Yes,
people
ma'am.
go to his website to buy his merch, he asks people to bid on what they think it's worth to them.
Yes, ma'am.
And tell me about the philosophy behind that,
Right.
and how well that has worked.
Right, and this is Generational Cursive merch. Generational Cursive is my project that drops December 31st of this year. It's an 11-piece project that is pretty much about self-reflection, as well as you know, looking back on your former self and how you grow. But how do people get this on my website? Yes, my website is www.kelo.info, and so I have this shirt here, the Generational Cursive tee. The offer-based idea actually came from my uncle. My uncle is in Blackstreet, Levi Little. So he said, he just told me one day at a show, he was like, you should just let people pay what they want. And I promise you, promise you won't leave with less than $200. And he was right. And I haven't really done that, anything other than that since, even though.
Really a great concept.
Right.
Because you also get to see how well people value your product.
Right.
And you need to know that.
Yes, ma'am. And it also helps with people who may not be able to pay full price, because somebody may, you know, like for instance, for this beanie, somebody may pay $60, somebody may want to pay $25. And if you look on the inside of that, you can feel that, right?
Oh, wow.
That's actually like for fur. You can have
this
that.
Isn't actually for me.
Yes, it is. Yes, ma'am.
This is awesome.
That's for you.
Thank you.
That's the KELO beanie. That's not even on the website yet. And then this is my business partner, Good Garments. This is
Good Garments?
Yes, ma'am. Good Garments. This is the trucker, the men still selling trucker. This is available also on Good Garments. This is pretty much saying that, you know, if medium grade products can succeed, so can yours, right? There's no reason not to go hard at what you're doing because, you know, people put out low quality products all the time. So if you know you have a high quality product,
let people know that you value it that way.
Right, exactly.
And you know, people appreciate that. I'm looking at the corduroy on the hat that you're wearing.
This is the
That's such a good quality.
This is the Good bucket, also Good Garments.
Seriously.
With the Good guy on the front. These are the Good greens. Also available. I don't know if this is on the website. A lot of these are hard finds, you know, so you kind of got to come to a show.
I feel a little bad. I got my little.
And when I ask you how much of a line item it is for you in your budget, you say it's major.
Yeah, no, I'm still working. I'm not as advanced, I'll be honest.
But
it's getting there. Yeah, it's getting there.
And everything, you know, everything contributes to what we're trying to do, right? You're feeding into our ultimate goals and our dreams and our aspirations. You know, and especially when you do an offer base, you really get to do what you can.
Guys, tell me what we're watching.
So this right here is our music video for Black Love. This is a clip of me and KELO. We're here in Columbia, actually filmed here in Columbia. Shout out to Gianna Carter. She was the videographer for this video.
She was amazing.
Helped us capture this amazing video.
We shot this in
Columbia, South Carolina, this past February. It's actually coming up on its year anniversary soon. So, man, I think it really resonated well. It's sitting at 1.6K views right now.
Oh, wow.
And we got the live version coming soon.
Yeah, that's coming soon.
To say that the live version.
Yes. And then if they can, we have another. If we could play the other. Soulful Touch, that's my band, AP and Soulful Touch. That we're going to be performing at the Joint and on December the 31st for New Year's Eve, counting down from 10 to 1 a.m. I'm sorry, and we're going to be in there, you know, doing it. And when I say Soulful Touch, man, reason why I say Soulful Touch, I am a soulful singer. When I sing, I won't take any song. I won't sing it in the format, but I'm gonna give you pip.
So we'll get to hear that today.
Yes.
We appreciate that. I do want to mention, and shouts out to Misha Wilson, had the opportunity after his passing to do a number of media things for the whole Speaker Knockers brand.
Wow.
And in doing so, you mentioned views and things like that on social media. Just to be able to witness not just the brilliance of Speaker Knockers, but what it has done after his death in terms of the way people still respond to it. And I think that oftentimes we groove to the music, we like the beat and all of that, but there's such a deeper meaning, especially through the lyrics. And each of you are lyricists, and so is he. And I think that's just so significant. Anything else you all want to say about the significance of independent artistry before we take a break and then come back and see you guys perform?
I would want to say this. It kind of going off, but just because of what happened with DJ Twitch. Man, y'all, if you're watching this, man, please talk to people. If you're dealing with depression or anything it might be that you're dealing with, talk to somebody, man. I have two beautiful sisters, a brother, a beautiful mother, aunts, cousins. And I don't know how I would feel if someone just was to take their life. I just wanted to put that out there. And that's why, for me, this music is therapeutic. It helps me deal with what I'm dealing with in my darkest times. A lot of times, a lot of creators, we don't speak about it because we put the power to the pen, or we put the power to the fingers on the keyboard, the bass, or the drums, and we play and express ourselves through that. And a lot of times, it's crazy as it might sound, we're some of the most introverted individuals, even though we perform all the time, we're mostly introverted individuals. But through the performing, that's how we express ourselves. But sometimes it's more than just doggone talking through the music. Sometimes you really do need to sit down and talk to somebody.
And I think that's what makes a performance special, is because I'm allowing you into something that I don't have to share. But it is something that I wanted to share because either I felt this way or I felt like it could help somebody or they could resonate with it. But back to your question, as far as what I would want to add to independent artistry, is just pretty much what we said. Is it's just a matter of consistency. You know, success is statistical. So the longer you go, the closer you'll get.
Success is statistical, isn't it?
Success is statistical.
That's
And
right.
you gotta find those, and you gotta find those that genuinely care about what you do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to invite you all back because I want to have a Valentine's special and so I'm very hopeful that you all will agree to perform on our Valentine's special and come back with
Yes,
some
ma'am.
of this. I mean, it's just been very intriguing to me to have this conversation with you and to hear your insight about the way you see the world and the way it comes out through
Yes,
your
ma'am.
music,
Yes, ma'am.
through your performing. And so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
From the Watchbox Studios, this is On Point with Cynthia Hardy.
1, 2, Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Listen, we gon' be alright, and we gon' be okay. Our black is beautiful. Ain't no need to negate it. We gon' be alright, and we gon' be okay. Our black is beautiful. Ain't no need to. Hey, KELO, talk to me, bro.
Ain't no need to negate, black is beautiful, okay. The only race in this place turning slaves to estates, but they burn our businesses and cover them with lakes. But brother from another mother, you ain't learned that in school, cause history is fake, it was written without color. But I am the original man and like no other, so think for yourself and the health that you mother. And before you know it, a black diamond rose golden soul would be discovered that you once thought was stolen. We gon' be okay, like we was chosen. Now baby girl, open your heart, cause even though the system dark, chocolate skin shines like it's soul of the return of the rule of my mind on flying locusts. It's a matter of time, black queen for black culture, for which we come, we shall return when it's over. And we gon' be okay, just like I told you. We gon' be alright,
And we gon' be okay.
be
Our black is
okay.
beautiful. Ain't no need to negate.
And we gon' be alright.
And we gon' be okay.
You better sing it.
Our black is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Ain't no need. Give me them hits right here, cuz.
How she go?
You're a gem, you're a diamond, and you're one of a kind. Your life's biggest distraction.
When what?
And when you think that you're
So
down,
what?
don't worry, don't fret. We're making it, oh yeah. Coming through the rain, yeah. Just remember your flag.
Remember what?
Just remember your flag. We gon' be alright, yeah.
And we gon' be alright.
Alright,
Alright.
okay.
Oh,
Black is, yeah.
black is
A beauty. Say it one time, Kel.
alright. And okay, black is
A beauty. Listen, we gon' be alright. Yeah, we gon' be okay.
Clap your hands at home. Clap your
Our
hands.
black is beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no need to negate. We gon' be alright.
We gon' be alright.
We gon' be okay.
We gon' be okay.
Our black is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Ain't no need.
Ain't no need, ain't no need.
Ain't no need.
Ain't no need, ain't no need.
Ain't no need.
Ain't no need.
Ain't no need.
Ain't no need, ain't no need.
Ain't no what?
Ain't no need, ain't no need.
Ain't no need.
Ain't no need, ain't no. I go.
Ain't no need.
Ain't no need, ain't no need.
Ain't no need. Ain't no what? Ain't no need.
Ain't no need, ain't no need. Ain't no.
Ain't no need to negate.
Ain't no what, ain't no what.
Ain't no need to negate.
Ain't no huh, ain't no who.
Ain't no need to negate.
Ain't no need, ain't no need. Hey. Ain't no need, ain't no what. Ain't no need to negate. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Oh, oh. Ain't no need, ain't no. Ain't no, ain't no, ain't no. Ain't no.
We gon' be alright.
We gon' be alright.
We gon' be okay.
Oh,
Our black is beautiful, yeah, girl. Ain't no need to negate.
ain't no need.
We gon' be alright.
We gon' be okay.
Be okay.
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 Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Black Love. Alessius Pimpton Jr., also known as AP. Make some noise for the band while you're at home. I go by
Mr.
the
Webb on drums. Yes, sir.
yeah.
And Mr. Gabe Baker on bass.
Come on, babe. And ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of KELO.
KELO.
That was Black Love, available everywhere. Ain't no need, ain't no need. Ain't no, ain't no, ain't no.
Right here, let's take it out. Ain't no need. Ain't no need.
Ain't no.
Yes, sir.